and welcome to day 2 of Deep Sea Science with Mango McDeezy, the mad scientist. Do you like to surf? Do you like to swim? Do you like to dive? Well, I have news for you. Whenever you go to the bottom of the pool and you feel that pressure in your eardrums, God created it. God designed water pressure, and the way it works is the deeper that you go down into the water, the greater or the bigger the pressure that you feel. Let's try something. Hold your hands in the air, close your eyes, and imagine you're trying to hold up 50 jumbo jets. Could you do that? No, we couldn't do that. So here's the crazy thing. The water pressure is so off the charts at the bottom of the ocean, it would be like a person trying to hold up those 50 jumbo jets. Of course, that's not possible. We just said that. And no person could survive in the water at the bottom of the ocean because God didn't design our bodies to be able to handle that much crushing pressure. Our bones just would snap. But what's cool is that He did design some animals, like the flapjack octopus, to be able to withstand those types of water pressure, crazy intense water pressure. To that flapjack octopus, the water pressure is no biggie. God knows where every one of those animals lives and what it's doing every second. He's even there with them. He's everywhere at the same time. He is not part of His creation, but He is with His creation. Wow, our God is awesome. As we watch this demo, it will show the effects of the pressure, like pressure at the bottom of the ocean crushing a can. Let's think about our incredible God who knew how to create animals that could withstand incredible pressure. So you have your container of ice water. You have boiling water that you had an adult help you prepare. And you have soda cans. You might want 2 or 3, so you can try this a couple of different times. You're going to take a small container of the boiling water, and you're going to pour it into the can. You're going to swirl it around a little bit, and then take your tongs and flip it over directly into the water. And it's supposed to crush, but sometimes science experiments don't work out. That's why we have more than one can. So, our instructions tell us to put 1 to 2 tablespoons of boiling water in the pop can and swirl it around. And then we're going to flip it over and submerge the top of the can under the cold water in the ice bath. So we have our hot water in here, and we're going to swirl it around. Maybe I didn't take long enough to swirl that water around that time. So we're going to swirl it around until you feel the heat of the water on your hand. It's not going to be super hot. I'm not burning. Swirl it, swirl it. Yeah, this can is way warmer than this one was. So with science experiments, that's why you need extra materials. You might have to do something more than once. It's okay. We're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Okay, we're swirling. Now we're going to take it and submerge the top. And the can is supposed to crush. Hi, and welcome back to Deep Sea Science with Mango McDeezy, the mad scientist. This is the kitchen edition. We discovered that your can has to be blazing hot. We have our can sitting directly on the stove burner, so it's time to get your legs out of the way, roll up your sleeves, and call in your parents or guardians because we're going to be using the stove. All right, so you put about 1/3 of the soda can full of boiling water, or just regular water, and you set it on the burner of the stove. You turn it on high and you wait until you can see the steam coming out. That was our mistake to begin with. So now it's been on the burner and we can see the steam coming out. So let's see that crushing pressure that we talked about, that God designed those special creatures to withstand. So you will very carefully take the can off of the burner and submerge the top of it into the ice water. Do you hear that crush? It crushed the sides of the can. And let me tell you why. When the water gets very hot and boils, water turns into something called water vapor. Have you ever taken a very hot shower or bath and then the bathroom turns steamy? I have. Well, when the heat when the water gets heated up in the can, the water turns into vapor like a steamy bathroom, and it fills up the can and pushes air out of the can. When it cools, the can causes the water vapor to cool and condenses quickly, which means it gets smaller, and that's why the can crushes. Ta-da!